Rappers and music producers, it's Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com, here with a great question. Curtis, how do I attract brands to what I got going on? I'm trying to get some of this sponsorship shmoney. Let's talk about it. Rappers and music producers, this is such a great question. I love getting back to these marketing videos. I'm going to be doing more of them. I put up a poll within my YouTube community post, and many of you want me to get back to the marketing. I surely will get back to the marketing. I like to just give you some life advice in the meanwhile, and this is what I do. But we're going to get back to these marketing videos. Here is a great topic. How do I attract brands to what it is that I have going? Look, Curtis, I got a movement going. It's moving. I got, people who are supporting me, people who are purchasing products from me. I got a nice following on Instagram. People are out there leaving comments. They're like, can't wait for the next video, the next photo. They love what I do. Look at, they love me, Curtis. They love me. I promise they love me. Well, how do I attract brands to what exactly that I'm doing? Great question. So there's a book that I got many years ago. I got a book called Read This If You Want to Be Instagram Famous. Not because I wanted to be Instagram famous, but because I knew that there were some tidbits in here and things that I could learn from, as well as be inspired by as I create more unique content by learning from some of the people who have been the most successful on Instagram specifically. But there's a section here that talks about how to attract brands and monetize your Instagram. I'm going to cover that first, but then I'm going to tell you how I started to attract brands for me personally. So let's go ahead and go through this section here that's called money. The question is this: how can aspiring Instagrammers increase their chances of being approached by brands? This book says brands look for someone who will resonate with their target market. In fashion, for example, that person should be an authority on the brand's particular style and lifestyle values. Important. Make sure your followers feel like they are getting a glimpse into your world, as brands really value that personal connection. I would recommend creating a list of your target brands and then keep in mind whether the lifestyle you're showcasing mimics that of the brand. Don't forget to consider brands outside your specific field too. For example, a distinctive food account will attract the attention of fashion and travel brands because it is an effective method for getting their product to a new audience and reinforcing their wider lifestyle values. This next section, I want to share this one as well. How many followers does someone need before they become an influencer? Now, many of you are asking, like, do I have enough followers to even attract brands? It says people tend to fixate on follower count, but engagement is perhaps more important from a brand's point of view. Engagement refers to how followers interact with a post. Are they just scrolling past it in their feeds, or do they choose to like the post or comment on it? If they do comment, what are they saying? For example, there's a swimsuit model with over 1 million followers. If you look at the comments that her post attracts, a lot of them are from ogling men, I guess guys who were like, more interested in what's under the swimsuit than the garment itself. This highlights what a large part of her 1 million+ following actually consists of. And a swimsuit brand would be better off partnering with another smaller account that is followed by girls actually interested in the fashion. So in terms of being an influencer, in this case, the smaller account would score higher. A few different things I want to dissect from there before I talk about how I attracted the brands to my particular brand. This idea that they have here that says you want to make sure that your brand or what you're sharing specifically on your Instagram or on your YouTube, because this applies to YouTube, applies to Twitter, whatever is your drug of choice, social media choice. I did not have a speako, not a typo, a speako when I said drug of choice. It is drugs. But depending on which one that you particularly like, they said it's very important that first and foremost, your brand even aligns with their brand, your content that you're putting up. Look, I see people all the time who tag Nike. They tag Nike all the damn time, and they put up posts and they tag Nike thinking like, yeah, one day Nike gonna be like, damn, he got a lot of engagement, like they gonna just sponsor me. And has that happened before? Sure. Is it gonna happen for the guy with The Nike jacket with the mustard stain going across the side, looking real sloppy and not making the brand look so good? Is it gonna happen for the guy who's like super misogynistic and is always talking down on women? Is it gonna happen for that guy? Probably not. So it's important that first and foremost, you have a self-reflection moment and say, look, does my brand or even lifestyle that I am projecting to this audience even align with what they stand for? Yeah, it's cool to have a lot of followers. Okay, that's cool. It's cool to even have people who engage with what you got going on, but if it's not lined up, like that last section said, if it's not lined up with their actual goal, doesn't matter how poppin' you are or how talented you are, especially for producers. Like, producers will get on Instagram and they'll tag a Kai, they'll tag, FL Studio, and be sitting there with a flag, a tag, with a damn pirated version of FL Studio in the actual video. What do you think that's going to do except for catch you a case? Curtis know about that. Put the bar sales down. I know all about that. Okay, take me out of jail. You think that's going to be the way that you attract brands? No, that is not the way you attract brands. The last thing I wanted to dissect from that is a great thing that they mention in that it doesn't have to always be brands that are just no-brainers, right? We all think as a producer, okay, I need to attract this MPC brand since I'm using an MPC. No, that's not always true. For instance, there was a reason why I was testing out the idea of the vegan music producer. When I did that, within a week, there was a brand that reached out to me locally that said, hey, we would love for you to come down here. We'll, give you some free food, free vegan food to try out, as long as you're willing to post it on your social media and share it. Why? Because you're the only vegan music producer that is actually sharing the fact that they're vegan. Who would have thought that had anything to do? Pastries ain't got nothing to do with how my hi-hats roll, but for some reason, probably engagement, they thought they would be of value to them because of them being exposed to an audience that is open to the idea of somebody being a vegan, because there's many vegan people in my audience. See how that didn't make sense at first, but then it made sense? So that being said, let's talk about engagement. Lastly, before we get to how I attracted the brands, but lastly, engagement. I see the community of music producers online who are really killing it online on Instagram. I see that they're understanding, okay, I must respond back to the comments, even every comment, right? They're kind of getting it from the mindset of a Gary Vee, like, don't try to act like you're a superstar and you're too good to respond back to people. I myself have to take a breather before I actually respond. I like to let the comments go and then attack them in one swoop and then talk to everybody, not at the same time that it's actually up there. That's just me though. But some people, they respond to every single comment, even if it's that annoying ass copy and paste post on Instagram that I know y'all seen that got the paint emojis and it's like, you want some graphic arts? You want them graphic arts? I'll make a photo of you. It's cartoonish and you'll like it. I know you seen that. And that shit is so annoying. I know y'all seen that. But they'll respond back to that person and say, thanks for the support. Thumbs up. No. If you think that's going to make a brand look at you and say, they respond back to spam, let's get this person on the phone. We gotta get them some free merchandise and some discount codes and stuff like that. That's not how it works. So here's how it worked for me. I didn't give a damn about brands. I didn't care about associating with any brands. Look, I probably did something that was the equivalent of me jumping out the window in the name of trying to attract brands, which was admitting that I had a pirated copy of FL Studio. I willingly made this video that literally, if you type in FL Studio right now on Google, it's probably one of the first things that pop up. It's like 400,000 views to date on my YouTube channel, right? And I'm not trying to go down as the most famous pirater of all time. Was not my intentions. I thought I was just gonna share a lesson that I learned to the community. Now I gotta go down as one of the most. Now I go down as in some people's eyes, I'm a snitch because I told them myself, whatever the hell that means. So because of that, I thought that was the equivalent of jumping out the window. I said, look, I'm not trying to gain the attention of brands. I'm trying to be the next brand. I'm trying to be the next Nike. I don't need Nike to give me no free jackets. I can afford to buy my own. That was my mindset. And it's this level of detachment, this level of, I'm not even worried about that, this nonchalant approach to it that I think attracted them in the first place. Why? Because our interactions, your comments, the things that all of you say is real, and they know it's real because I have something that is more important than just a follower count. They even say in there, something that's more important than a high follower count is a real real relationship. And that's something that you and I have. That is something that I have to literally protect you guys from brands who want to come in here and just shove out whatever amount of money just to talk about a microphone that I probably would never ever use just to get some affiliate money and get some money out y'all pockets. No, I got more integrity than that, and I don't give a damn about what they're trying to pay me. No, I've had brands that literally were the rivals of brands that I've covered and were like, yo, cover us and say you only use our stuff. No, what the hell, I can't be bought. People treat me like a prostitute. No, that's not what I get down with. So the way that I started to attract brands was literally by building an authentic relationship with the audience that I have. Getting your trust was very important. Even in times where you looked at me and you were like, dog, you pirate and you trying to give me advice? Like, ugh, bro, like, I don't even know if I could follow you. I did it to even when it was ugly. But for those of you that stuck around, and it's a lot of you that stuck around, you saw that it was a human being behind this. Guess what? The brands also see that. And the thing is, no matter how much money a brand has, they cannot buy authenticity. They cannot buy a genuine relationship. In this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Curtis King, the leading voice of the online music producer and rapper community. Don't at me. Peace. Please subscribe to the channel below. Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com.